Welcome to the Quintin Moore Podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Quintin. I think this is like the fifth week we've been talking about goals. Thanks for stopping back by. I just kind of want to wrap that up here as we start the year, really. What are the things we could identify in our lives that we want to accomplish this year? What are the things we want to identify in our lives that we want to be, do, and have? Can we write them down? Can we identify them, be specific about them? See, goals are really that written reality of what you want to be, do, and have in your life. It's really a projection, if you will. It's looking out there and asking what it is you see coming true in your life. And so we've been talking about that for 2 or 3 weeks. And I would say to some of the thoughts out there is that goals really are proof that you are serious about achieving your God-given destiny. I believe that each one of us were fearfully, wonderfully, uniquely created in the image of God, and that He's called each one of us. He's called each one of us to be a part of a bigger plan for humanity, and that when we achieve the goals and the purposes of our lives, that it not only benefits me, but it benefits humanity. It benefits my family and my neighbors. So when I challenge you to set and to achieve goals, I'm not doing that trying to get it just to be all about an individual accomplishment. But individual accomplishments that are for the benefit of others as well as themselves. Now that really moves our culture and our society forward. It's one of the things that I think is really, really lacking in our country, in perhaps the world, is that people are so self-centered that they establish goals and accomplish things, and they become people, they buy things, but it's all in a selfish motive. And it's all about their rights. And as long as we think that setting and achieving goals has to do with me as an individual, then we have forgotten that we are sharing this planet with other people, and that there are many people out there that are marginalized. They don't live in a country as free and as great as America. And that we, as particularly Americans, people that live in developed countries, that we have the opportunities to acquire an education. We have the opportunities of clean air. We have the opportunities of water. And that with those opportunities come these responsibilities of identifying those things that we could be, do, and have that would bring benefit to other people in the world. And as a person of faith, as a follower of Jesus Christ, it's my responsibility to accept the gifts that I've been given as a human being and the freedoms I've been given as an American, and accomplish those things that would not only benefit me, but would benefit other people around me. So goals reveal that you are serious about fulfilling your God-given callings and potential in your life. So I really believe that every person of faith ought to be able to sit down and to identify those things that reflect the values of our life and that are worthy of my affection, they're worthy of my reflection, and they're worthy of my meditation. Let me say it again. Goals should reflect those things that I love, the affections that I have, and that I am willing to reflect on them and ponder those things that are of such value in my life. And I'm willing to meditate on them in a sense of being creative, to see those things be beneficial and helpful. Paul writes in Philippians chapter 4, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is worthy of praise, meditate on those things. The most powerful privilege that you and I have is to be people who can choose who and what we love and then meditate on them. Listen, you choose who you love, and really you are who and what you love, because whatever you love, whatever you pay attention to is what you will become. So goals are identifying who and what you love, and then taking and focusing your mind, your thinking, and your speech, your actions on those things to see them become a reality in not only your life, but in the lives of other people. So I hope that you're able to realize that the Bible itself, our very faith, the tradition of our faith, identifies individuals who have God-given callings, and they make those goals and they accomplish those goals. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I got questions here that they're great questions, and I want to try to address 3 or 4 of them here, see if we've got time to talk about them. One of the questions that someone emailed me was, how many goals should I have? Well, first of all, the process of identifying goals is just endless. So you take notebooks of paper. I take legal pads. I have a legal pad for everything I want to be, everything I want to do, and everything I want to have. I've got notebooks of them, actually, and you dream them. And then you go back and you begin to ask yourselves those questions of why I've got that goal. Is it mine? Does it benefit? And I really hone down to about 3 or 4 in each of those sections. Where it has to do with my spiritual life, where it has to do with my family, where it has to do with my career. And so I bring those down. I never lose the goals. I go back and look at them, that dream list, all the time. But I bring those down, I prioritize them. So I'm working on about 3 different goals in those 7 areas of my life. So for 7 major areas of my life that I've shared with you, and again, you can download this. You can come right onto the blog site, QuintinMoore.com, and you can download this material. And those 7 different areas, I've got about 3 right now in each one of those areas that I'm working on. And I'm prioritizing them and I'm putting energy to them. So you identify a goal, and then there's action steps. There's things I have to do in some sort of sequence that accomplishes that goal. So there's action steps to achieving that goal. So at any given time, I have about 21 goals that I'm working on at any given moment. But I don't work on them all at the same time. So maybe like today, I'm working on a goal in my spiritual life, and I'm working on a goal in my financial life. And so there's some action steps that I'm trying to take to accomplish that goal. And so today, on Tuesday, I'm working on 3 or 4 of those goals, and I'm focusing my energy on accomplishing that. And I actually plan out my life on what goals I'm working on and when, how I'm doing it. You need to understand that goals don't necessarily dictate my to-do list. Though I have to-do lists for goals, my to-do list generally has to do with my career today. I mean, it has to do with my work today. And I have to have certain to-do lists because I got to be at work at a certain time. I got to accomplish it, or I got to wash the car, change the oil, mow the yard. Those are to-do lists. You don't want to get your to-do list mixed up with your goal setting. Goal setting is looking into the future and imagining the future as I want it to be and setting goals to accomplish that. And I'm living in the present. I got to mow the yard, got to help cook supper tonight. So, but I'm working on 3 or 4 goals at a time today, but there's about 21 in large. And man, don't let that overwhelm you. Again, download the material and look at it, and you'll see some of that there. So how far out am I working on goals? Well, again, there's long-range goals. I'm working on 10-year goals. I got 10-year goals out there. And then I'm working on goals that have to do with the next month. They have to do with the next 6 months. You have to kind of be able to recognize those great big goals and then those more short-term goals that have to do with what you're doing. The next question I got here is really a great question. And it's how to stay disciplined. Well, staying disciplined has to do with accountability. Again, you don't wear braces because they feel good. You wear braces because of the benefits of wearing the braces. And I don't get on the treadmill every morning because it's a heck of a lot of fun. I get on the treadmill because it gets my heart rate up and it burns some extra calories so I can have a little extra. So how do you stay disciplined? Well, you stay disciplined because not only have you written down the goals, but you continue to look at them. You continue to remind yourself of what it is that you're working for, and these are the disciplines in my life that bring those things to pass. So number 1, they're written down. Number 2, you reflect on them. Number 3, have an accountability partner. Have an accountability partner that comes back to you and asks you, how you doing? How you doing in your spiritual life? How you doing in your family life? How you doing in your financial life? And I call that a mastermind team. They're really helping you to remain accountable to those things in your life that you have identified, that you have acknowledged that you want to accomplish. So you stay disciplined because you write it down, you reflect about it, and you have people to hold you accountable to it. That's how I think you stay disciplined, is putting yourself under some sort of accountability. So goals, long range, short term, identify them, come back, look at them, hone them in, work at them constantly. Goals are tangible targets of what you want to see your future be. They're tangible targets. As a believer in Christ, you got to set up those targets. You got to aim for them. You got to hit them. You got to celebrate them when you achieve them. Celebrate them. Rejoice over them. The best goal. The last question someone asked me is, what is the best goal you've ever seen in your life? Listen to me. The best goal, the one that I am absolutely more enthused about than any other goal in my life is the one I'm working on right now. It's the next one. It's the next one. It's the next one. So, thanks for stopping by. God bless. Join me next time. See you later.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Quintin Moore Podcast. You can connect with Quintin online at quintinmoore.com or on social media using @BishopQuintin.